Hello collective, welcome to my channel, Mystic Brew Tarot. I am Lichita, thank you for clicking on this video. I made this video with the intention to just remind others out there that we are way more powerful than we believe at times, and that our circumstances do not have to limit us but serve as motivation. In this reading, I will be following the format of pulling out a card to represent what you are experiencing as an existential crisis, your advice on the situation, internal systems that you do have the power to heal, and ways that you can take your power back. And so I really hope that today's reading serves as inspiration and that you find some comforting and kind words in my reading for you today. And so here are our two piles today. And so go ahead, take a moment to meditate on the one that you resonate with the most, and I will see you at your pile. Bye. Hi, pile one. Welcome to your pile. And so the first card that I pulled out to be representative of your existential crisis was actually the Sun card. But on this Sun card, I see that the sun is engraved on a wooden table, and it's surrounded by dried flowers, skulls, candles, needles, a rope, a knife, and a voodoo doll just right in the center of the table. And the card was reversed, and so the first feeling I got off the card would be that feel like you feel a lack of control of your life, and it's not without you trying to gain your own independence and security. I think you feel like there are other forces sometimes almost like sabotaging you. And a second card I pulled for clarification was the Justice card in reverse, and I see that it's the Grim Reaper, and he's sitting on a throne, and he's holding an hourglass sand timer, and he's gripping onto it because it's being held by a chain. And so I'm interpreting it as, I think you think too that maybe too much time has passed for you to go after this dream of yours, or I think you feel like there's been another missed opportunity, or you just kind of keep reliving the missed opportunities, and I think you're feeling really engulfed by that emotion of nothing really taking root, and you wanting prosperity is not for the wrong reasons, but because I think you just really want to feel like a new beginning can happen, and that you are the reason for that new beginning. Like, you're leading yourself and pioneering yourself into this new level of your life where you're stepping into more of your originality. And I think you feel like there's just been some bumps in the road with your manifestation. And if I'm going to be very honest, I had to reshoot this video like 4 different times. And it was funny because I just got my dreads installed. Sorry, and I'm going off on a little side story, but I feel like it's tying into this and into this conversation around missed opportunity. And so I have a little kitty, and she kept playing with my dreads, and she kept pouncing on me, and she kept jumping on top of my cards, and my daughter just got out of the shower, and it was just a lot of little things. But I deleted like 4 different videos, and now I'm on my 5th time recording. And so I just feel like, if I have to speak on anything about feeling like a missed opportunity, I just don't believe that that's true at all. I hope that you realize that you can start over at any time. And speaking on that, going into your next card, when I pulled out advice, I see that the Judgment card came out, and I see that in this Judgment card there's this witch that appears to be in the clouds, and she has a spell book in her hands, and she's chanting
over the graveyard, and I see these corpses just re-emerging, and so I feel like that's a huge significance into this segue of speaking about your advice. And I see that it's very clear that you can resurrect yourself at any time, and that you are powerful and you hold that ability despite all the loss you felt. And I'm sure there's a sense of sadness, but don't give into that feeling. I see that the following card that I used to clarify the judgment card was the Fool card, and I see that though he may not have a lot with him, he has everything that he needs, and the most important thing that he has on him is his ability to be optimistic and open to what he may come across on his journey. I feel like he also represents to me a person who is willing to be a jack of many trades. I see that he sees opportunity in places that maybe he didn't necessarily envision himself in, but he's open to attempting something. He's taking a leap of faith, and he seems happy to do it. And so I just feel like, don't give up on this project and this dream of what you think has passed. I just don't see that being true. I think it's just time to reevaluate maybe your approach, and it's okay that maybe the other approaches haven't worked out as you had hoped, and they didn't take root like you had hoped. But I don't think that that's a sign for you to give up. I clearly see that there is help around you where you need it, and if that's influence or inspiration by others, that may be somebody in your physical life, or maybe somebody you look up to online, but don't stop finding little pockets of optimism and different ways of going about this goal that you have. I just see that a lot can be gained if you're willing to be more open to the possibility of how this goal can become true, and how it can manifest in your life. It's about being more playful with the mindset of like how this dream can be possibly manifested into your life. Because sometimes I know that as humans, we get kind of obsessed with the way that we believe a manifestation should come, but I just see that in this case, it's not going to be manifested the way that you had hoped. And yeah, it may feel a little more difficult than you had anticipated, and when it comes to that emotion, I totally can resonate and understand, but I just don't see it's time for you to give up. It's just time to push through. And I don't see this being over. I see that in the next card. Next cards I pulled out when it comes to this topic, I see that you've been feeling a lack of inspiration, and it's not that you're lazy at all. I think it's just it's understandably so when you've put so much of yourself and you're not happy with the results of your actions. It can feel very disheartening, and you can just feel like you can feel very complacent and withdrawn and insecure. But I'm just seeing that that's exactly what you need to release. It's you may not be happy with the results yet, but I see growth is happening right now with all these little mistakes, these little bumps in the roads, things that you're deeming as mischances or opportunities. They are just opportunities of growth for you right now, because you're on your journey right now. And masculine or feminine, I just see the energy of the Empress here very present, and so I feel like all these little mishap and misfortunes, and I just see them leading to something, to a development in yourself that, and at the maturity in yourself that is necessary so that you can be more stable for what's to come. So I do want to say that maybe these experiences, though they have felt draining, they've felt painful, and they weren't placed in your path to stop you in the way that you believe, in the way, like, and I think it's just been character building up until this point, and it is going to lead you to your success. It's just about being open on how to do things a little differently, because you neglecting your dreams or yourself isn't what's going to bring you closer to your dreams. Don't lose that imaginative part to yourself. It's a part of yourself that makes you feel complete. I feel like, again, all these misfortunes have just been there to form a different version of yourself, maybe a more compassionate person, because it's easy to be stuck in a moodiness and a withdrawn, apathetic, to be stuck in a drawn and apathetic mood. But it's not about that. It's about remaining calm despite things that have been frustrating, and to just look at different forms you can approach this vision of yours, and to still hold grace for yourself and kindness, and to embody maybe different traits in yourself that you don't feel, they may seem impossible to embody, but just with you trying to embody them and being open to receiving healing and nurturing energy that you need in your life. I know that it may feel hard to give it to yourself, but those are like the times that it counts the most, is when you feel like you feel like it's easier to be stuck in a lack mindset and to keep yourself down. That's easy to do, but what's even harder is to give yourself what you need. And I'm just seeing that the universe is asking you to do that. It's asking you to give yourself what you need. It's asking you to embody something different in yourself right now, because that is what's going to bring you, that's what's going to give you your power back. You're here to give yourself the justice that you so well deserve. And don't forget those little things in your life that matter. That the people that in your life that deserve your generosity, your fairness, your giving nature, and remember those people that give you in return as well, and to keep them in mind, because I see that those are the people that are going to bring you harmony. And I know you may feel disharmonious when it comes to your finances or this dream not coming into fruition, but I'm just saying that don't get so absorbed in the riches, because prosperity will not buy your happiness. Don't forget to share your small successes, or don't forget to celebrate your small successes, and don't forget to celebrate other people that you care about deeply and their small successes. And don't forget how much there's so much value also in choosing to be in a harmonious state, choosing to be to show up as a healing, or choosing to show up as an empathetic person for those around you, and choosing to be a healing person towards yourself. And how powerful that is. That's such a powerful ability. I understand that, like, when things don't come to fruition, it can make us a little calloused, and at times, can make us maybe a little ruthless, but that's not what these energies are supposed to do to you. These unexpected energies and conflict and strife haven't been there to haven't been there to keep you there. I think it's just trying to show you that these designs and plans cannot be controlled, but these designs and plans can come true and come into fruition by your determination and you allowing yourself to see things from many different perspectives. And so don't forget that you hold that power. And again, I just see that the universe wants to offer you happiness and success and healing and peace. I think this is just a part of your story right now. This is a part of your journey, but it's not forever. I see that all of this is going to lead into support, celebration, resolution, bountiness of things, of wealth for yourself and for others that you love deeply. And I'm seeing that there's going to be so much, you're going to feel so glad that you're on the other end and that you didn't give up. And this joy is going to be able to be shared with society and family and with friendships that you'll build along the way. This pain and suffering is just for character building. You're going to be, if you stay true to this dream and how you can approach it differently and stay true to like your healing and empathy and how to find little harmonious moments in your life and gratitude. It's going to just lead you to a place where you can believe how it all worked out, and you're just going to find yourself feeling blessed and content. And so I just wanted to share that message with you today, Pile 1. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and it would mean so much to me, being a newer channel, if you could like, comment, share, subscribe, and any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Wishing you the best, sending you love and light, and hopefully I'll read for you soon. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Let's go to the first card that I pulled for you to represent the existential crisis that you feel. And the card I actually received was the High Priestess, and in this card it actually depicts Medusa. And so immediately I would say that I picked up that there's been dishonesty surrounding who you are as a person. I would also say that it's fair to say that maybe you've felt that you've been highly critical of yourself in the ways that you've self-destructed. So maybe there's past memories when it comes to romance, friendship, family members, where you feel like you've been wronged, you've felt very vulnerable to. I feel like people took you for granted. I think you feel a level of I feel like I'm just picking up that your life experiences, you've felt deceived. I think people have tried to instill self-doubt in you. I think people have perceived your beauty as a weakness. I think people truly thought that they just took you for face value, but I can clearly see that there's so much vulnerability in you. And I could also say that there is this I think after everything you've been through, I definitely feel that at certain points you know what it feels like to feel disempowered, controlled, miserable, even like at some aspect, you've felt dull after everything you've been through. But I just believe that now you're in a phase where you're feeling aggression. I think you feel maybe a lot of chaos because of all the emotions you feel now. Reflecting back on your life, I think there were times where you didn't know how to I feel like you felt like you didn't know what you were up against, so maybe it made it hard for you to defend yourself or to see yourself clearly. And I think as a, and I can resonate with this, when we feel, a lack of control in our lives, we can choose paths of self-destruction. And so what I do see though is that, what else, sorry, and I'm feeling so much. The next thing I pulled for a clarifier was the Emperor for the High Priestess. And I see a very different setting. I see an emperor with his legs crossed and he's seated. And he's much older now. And he doesn't seem to have any fear. He seems at peace with his surroundings. So I definitely want to say that that's like where you want to be next. I don't think you want to feel this contempt, this anger. I see that you're you want to seek balance and create more of a calm atmosphere for yourself. I think maybe it feels hard at times because you didn't see too many breakthroughs from people in your life that raised you, or you were surrounded by. Like, I think since you were a child, you can definitely understand what it feels like to be in a chaotic home setting. I think for some time you were living in a survival mode, almost like waiting for the next disaster to happen. You didn't deserve to be in these scenarios. I know that they felt very taxing, and I know that they felt very demanding, and I know that there's some experiences where you feel like you want to put the blame on others, and that there's times that you want to put the blame on yourself. And I feel like you can just replay these scenarios over and over again. And I can just see you feel the harshness of all of this, and I can see that it just puts you in a position where you feel like you're looking around it, but you feel really alone. But I see that, there's so much. We'll get there. What I want to say next, we'll get there. Where I want to go to next would be the advice that I pulled on this existential crisis that you're feeling. And I'm feeling that your anxieties, your worry, this hopelessness has made you feel very captive to them. I just think you feel like they're always clawing at you, always ready to drag you down. I feel like you know what it feels like I think you know what it feels like to feel overwhelmed by your past traumas and your experiences, to the point where you would just lay in bed and not feel like you were strong enough to get up, but that's not true. I see that the advice here is to be patient with yourself, and to remind yourself that when it comes to matters of the heart, your heart can't be controlled, but you can feel the emotion. And then once your emotion has passed through you, it's okay to be kind to yourself when you speak in your mind about these issues or this pain. And mainly, don't forget, it comes down to finding ways to help yourself to ease these worries, these pains. It's not about putting pressure on yourself to have all these years figured out. I think for you, it's about deciding just simply what your next one step is going to be, in the way that you can bring yourself insight and clarity and optimism, and ways that you can bring strength to yourself again. and ways that you can experience more selfishness, I would say. It's okay to, it's so okay to think about yourself, and especially when you find yourself feeling overwhelmed with daily tasks. You know, you're not a prisoner to the decisions that you've made, or the pain that you've been through. You know, it is about releasing these blockages, these burdens, this, you know, and it's not about putting excessive pressure on yourself right now when it comes to your success, or when it comes to your healing, you know, or when it comes to you putting an idea of yourself, or what it looks like for you to be complete as a person. It's not about any of that. You know, this is, like I said, this is a journey. It's not a, you don't have to have the next years figured out, but, you know, be kinder to yourself. Figure out how that one step, what that one step looks like for you. And once that one step happens, you know, what does the other step look like for you? You know, we're talking baby steps here, and that's okay. There's no shame in that. There's gonna be, you know, it's okay to do things in moderation. You know, there's no competition here. You do have options. I do see that there's an energy of change coming for you. I see an angel just wanting to wash you clean and to provide you serenity and tranquility and realizations. The next cards that I pulled out were to represent internal systems that you are capable of changing. And again, I'm seeing that through everything you've been through, you're not seeing the beauty. You're not allowing yourself to experience healing and rejuvenation. I see that you've lost faith and hope, and that's not where you're supposed to remain. This is a period of rebirth so that you can come back to yourself. You deserve success, you deserve opportunity, but those things aren't everything in life. You also deserve to see yourself truthfully. You also deserve healing. I see that you're a very ambitious person. I do see that you want to focus on goals, and you're filled with ideas. You are an eager person, but I just see that these ideas and these goals just need a little more balancing. It's not about rushing anything. It's about remaining loyal to these ideas and these dreams and these goals for yourself, and having the courage to go through these steps, and patience. See that you are a very curious person, so it's just about flipping your perspective. You're not wasting time taking the steps necessary to seek balance in your life and to solve your problems and to heal and love yourself. It may feel very foreign to you to do things this way, but I just see that I do see that you've felt very blocked in the past. I see that you may still feel that now, but I do see that that is meant to dissipate for you. It's just about solving things in more practical ways for yourself. I see that you have a very good character. You're very intelligent. And just, it's about using this energy that has come your way that feels unexpected, and figuring out unique ways to move through it and to use it towards your benefit. The struggle is just meant to give you a deeper understanding of what perseverance means, and it's about overcoming so you can gain control again. You can gain more balance, willpower. It's about facing these obstacles using a combination of different things for yourself. It's about using a combination of forces that you have within yourself. And the last card that I pulled was how you can gain your power back. And so I clearly see here that these experiences have been so painful and isolating, and I feel like you've shut out the world, and I think you feel safer being on your own. But I see that the universe is asking you to step into a different period of your life, a rebirth, to break the illusion of the fears that you have, the deception that you feel about yourself, to break the narratives around your dissatisfaction in yourself and in your life. You know, no matter our mistakes, once we've taken accountability and we want more for ourselves, and we don't want to repeat those mistakes, you know, we deserve atonement. We deserve forgiveness, especially towards ourselves. It's about not obsessing about all the pain that people have caused you along the way, lovers, family, friends. It's about finding the deeper meaning to all these dissatisfying situations, and not being overwhelmed by the emotions anymore, or for them to cause us alienation, but to process them so that we can open ourselves up to new feelings. We now know what it means. You know, once we process everything, we see what we no longer deserve in lovers and family and friends. We open ourselves to new ways, new beginnings, and we understand now what healthier relationships look like. And that can only bring a bunch of beauty and pleasure and enjoyment and self-love in our lives. I see that you're so strong, and you are energetic, and you're fearless, and you're very clever. And I just see that the universe is asking you to use your craftiness to your benefit. I don't know what that looks like for you to open up yourself to new groups, but I just think mainly it's just asking you to open up to new ways of communicating with yourself, new ways of what, opening yourself up to new ways of what growth may look like. And hopefully today I gave you some ideas of what that may look like. But I just see that you are going to move past all of this. You know, you're on your way of exiting all of this in your journey. It's just a transitional period, but it's leading you to alignment. It's leading you to healing, to harmony. All right, well, pile 2, that's everything that I have for today. Hopefully these messages resonated with you. This is a newer channel, so it would mean everything to me if you could leave me feedback, if you could leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I'm sending you much love and healing, and hopefully I get to read for you again. Bye.